What's up everybody, this is Riso from C Manga and welcome to my review of Fairy Tail chapter 397 Steel. So you know what, these demons, they are literally dropping like flies at the moment. I swear you cannot beat the power of human emotion. I think it's literally like Fairy Tail's one and only trump card at this moment, you know, and yeah, it's literally like the only key to defeating these demons, because otherwise it's like, you know, the demons on paper they should be a hell of a lot more powerful and they should be beating them like they're nothing, but human emotion, one thing that's bringing them through. So yeah, chapter, finally it has come out. I don't know how long I've been waiting for this. And you know what, I really actually did like the character development they gave Gajil this chapter. Sure, you know, it was obviously like true to Fairy Tail kind of like form with the whole victory and everything, but the insight into Gajil was really, really nice. I think what surprised me the most was that it wasn't the whole like kind of like power of love that boosted him up from like last chapter, which, you know, quite a lot of us was probably thinking. The whole kind of like Levi kissing Gajil thing, it literally did kind of like get completely brushed under the carpet. Like, okay, you know, he didn't even say thanks or anything to her. It's just like, get on with it, do this, do this, do this. Yeah, but seeing Levi kind of like using her magic this chapter to kind of like use air to give, like, it really kind of like did give me a little thought. It's like, why didn't Gajil take an air pocket with him? It's like, sure, you know, you saw like Levi take one, you know, and she went off to go help everyone else, but he could have at least had one more for himself, so that way he wouldn't have to be holding his breath and be fighting like, you know, crazy like that. And also there's another thing, so like, seeing as how Levi kind of like knew the makeup of the water in this chapter, you know, she knew like obviously there was carbon and everything in it. Couldn't she have come up with some sort of antidote like straight away to kind of like stop whatever the hell's going on? Well, obviously there is still next chapter, which she probably will do that to kind of like get everyone out of whatever funk they're in. So yeah, there's obviously still time. So anyway, I'm actually a little bit perplexed as to what the hell Terafusa's like powers actually are. It's like this chapter, obviously you said that there's a whole ability to change his body density to whatever, so, you know, so he can make it stronger and all that stuff. But then the question comes up, so like, wait a minute, so what the hell was the water that he created? You know, was that kind of like his final trump card move? You know, the thing which obviously like all the demons do when they're about to die. You obviously had the miasma, you had friggin' Jackal try to blow himself up. You know, stuff like that. So could that be what it was? But either way, Gajil, he had a harder time than I actually thought he would have. You know, Tora, he basically ended up making himself harder than iron. So yeah, Gajil couldn't really make too many dents on him. He even looked like he even busted his arm, kind of thing. So obviously next was the little flashback section, which I swear I'm thinking that it must have been like at the time just before the whole Phantom Lord Fairy Tail kind of like big battle happened. But yeah, basically Gajil, he ended up having like a little connection with one of the council members. She kind of like was kind of like a mentor slash carer type bond with him, kind of thing, you know, in the sense that she was just offering him guidance, not kind of like looking after him and everything, just guidance, you know, to try and not make him turn out like a piece of shit, essentially, you know, get him on a better path, so he doesn't, yeah, so basically just do anything stupid with his life. So it obviously hit him super hard when she was killed by the demons. It's like, at this point here though, to be honest, I was kind of thinking like they're going to reveal the fact that maybe Tora was the one who killed her, so then they'll kind of like emphasize the battle, so then it'll give, like, kind of give it like more of a revenge power boost to kind of defeat him. But instead it was more of one of them like the words of inspiration ended up like giving him that power boost instead. So with the drive to basically protect his friends, Gajil, he ended up absorbing a bit of the carbon in the water, and as all you chemistry buffs must know, when you mix iron with some carbon, you end up getting steel. So yeah, now Gajil is a steel dragon slayer. And using his power, he ended up like cutting through Tora's defense, finishing him off, and dispelling the world of darkness water poison thing. So now kind of like there is one question which I'm thinking, is this going to be a permanent power boost? You know, has Gajil kind of like evolved from an iron dragon slayer to a steel dragon slayer, or will he kind of like revert back at some point? So I mean, you know, the shadow powers, they did seem like they'll be kind of like a temporary thing, because obviously there's a whole when Natsu ate Ethereum, that didn't stay. The whole reason he's got a whole lightning dragon slayer thing is because Luxus actually gave him those powers. You know, he didn't actually like kind of forcefully eat them and then absorb them, kind of thing. So, you know, Gajil, he's held onto them shadow powers for a hell of a lot longer than I thought he would. So at this point here, I'm kind of thinking that Gajil is actually a hell of a lot stronger than Natsu. But, you know, obviously if you factor in the whole main character default, Natsu obviously has to be stronger. So all in all with this chapter, I must say, I think the character development kind of like did give it a hell of a lot more of a boost. If not that, it kind of like would have just been a, you know, a standard average fairy tale win the battle kind of thing. But the character development did kind of give it a little bit of an edge, which made it into a really good chapter. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Love character development. I love it when they show off like, you know, more minor type characters other than, you know, the main big few character, the big four characters. It does kind of like, it makes it more refreshing. So yeah, that about ends it here from me, guys. You know the usual things at the end of these. Let me know what you thought about this chapter in the comment section below. Do you think that this is going to be a permanent power boost for Gajil? You know, obviously, let me know below. And as usual, don't forget to check out other things to do on the channel. So I'll see you next time.